Hello, my name is Robin Greatbatch. I'd like to introduce myself as an up-and-coming author. Actually, this will be my first book. I'm a pilot. I started off my career as a pilot, having studied or done an apprenticeship in a general aviation company in the US back in the late 60s. I then did marketing in Europe and the western part of Africa for the same company, and then went back to my childhood stomping ground, which was in Kenya, where I worked in the aviation business, really enjoying myself. My aviation career then took me to Southeast Asia, to Singapore, where I now live actually, and I was very fortunate to be able to assist with the marketing in Thailand, in Indonesia, Malaysia, and around the various parts of Southeast Asia. Then I set up my own business. That was really the turning point in my life, where I decided that I had entrepreneurism in my blood. So I decided to try and do it on my own. And I very quickly I got into the parts resale business, purchased and sold a few aircraft, and set up a distribution center in Seattle, Washington, as part of our supply base. Then in the late 90s, I decided that I'd had enough of aviation, not the flying, but the business of aviation, and decided I wanted to take time off and spend time learning all about landscaping on the island of Bali in Indonesia. And that was fun. I learned a great deal from several masters in Indonesia, and built up a guest house which I ran for about 3 years until the Bali bombing in 2002. When Bali became completely deserted after the horrific bombing by extremists, then I realized I had to move what I'd done, what I'd created in Bali, to the world. And I decided to bring it all back to Singapore and created a garden, Balinese garden, in the southern part of Singapore. For those that know Singapore, that's Alexandra Road. I built up this beautiful garden bar with the help of some of my masters from Bali, and we created Singapore's first truly outdoor food and beverage business. That lasted for 8 years, when the land was taken back by the government, and we were spent 2 years looking around for an alternative site, which we eventually found in the Botanic Gardens, Singapore's very famous Botanic Garden. There we converted an old colonial bungalow and the garden into an outdoor space, which was much more of a project than our earlier attempts in Alexandra. But we completed it, and we ran there for 5 years as a restaurant and a bar, attracting some of our old customers and having a great time introducing people to the Balinese culture and hospitality. So anyway, I'm writing a book about all this, and the purpose of my book is to give people an insight into what running your own business is. I mean, we have a very nice name for it now, entrepreneurism, but it's a lot of work. A lot of risk, and great rewards if you're successful. The title of my book is Celebrating Failure. I want to impress upon people, particularly young people, that there's nothing wrong with failure. I've been through it myself. It's something we have to go through. It's a process of learning, and from that experience we should learn not to make the same mistakes, but often we don't learn. So anyway, I hope that more people will follow my channel, and as I go through the process of writing this book, I'll be sharing my thoughts and ideas and how what I've done and the experiences that I have can help people who are just starting out, particularly people, underprivileged children and students who feel that starting their own business is quite out of the question because they don't have money, or because they don't have contacts, or simply because people are telling them that it's unbelievable. Well, it is believable, believe me. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you again and to interacting with you on my Facebook page and also on this channel. Thank you, and the best of luck with it. Thank you.